DDAmanda is the #1 stock screener and scanner. This is how we're finding these winners early, guys. Simple to use by total beginners. Got advanced features for professional traders. Great support, 1 hour free one-on-one training, and check out these testimonials. I mean, they're off the hook. Guys love this program, and they're making a ton of money.
Well, we're not done with the breakthroughs yet, but I decided to break through. I decided to try this. Now the machinist I took the wing spars to with the bearings, he didn't have a band. Well, he had a wood bandsaw. Well, I got one of those, but I can't. I got to really mess around to slow that thing down. I got to do a lot of shit. So I'm going to cut out this bottom bracket and then cut a top. I don't know, I just wanted to do this, so I'm doing it. It's kind of noisy. I'm going to wear my earplugs. I'm just going to give you an idea of what I'm doing, then I'll shut it off. Watch out for the toes! So I'm going to cut the big parts off and then finish it off on the grinder. I just painted it white so I could see the lines, you know. So I'm going to keep going with this. Try not to cut inside the lines because that would be bad. Alright, I'm going to keep going with this. Okay. The rest has got to be on the grinder. I got to come up to the line and not go past the line. Should be fun. You guys get the idea on that also, so I'm going to do that. Onward and upward. Well, I got it close. I finished it off with my little belt sander there. I still need to do a little bit more, but here's how it's going to go. There's going to be a hole in the middle. That's this, our thing, our spar. And then we're going to have the winglets here. That's where I fucked up. We're going to have 3 winglets. 3 winglets. Wind spars. Okay. So that's going to be the one of them. There's going to be one on top and one on the bottom. And the bearings will go in here, and then the wings will be, So what I'm going to do is when I get this thing all dialed into the lines, at least these 3 ends, I'm going to chuck that sucker in the lathe. I got a 3-jaw, and I'm hoping it will fit. Yeah, it should fit, even if I have to turn the jaws around. And then I can center drill that hole for this. Cool, huh? Can't wait to get it going. There's one thing I haven't figured out yet, and I thought I had it figured out, but it's not. I want to have an automatic limiter to where if the wind gets too strong, this thing will slow down all by itself. or at least, you know, not go any further, any faster. But I haven't worked that out yet. I'm thinking it's going to be some kind of a thing that hangs down, maybe with a pulley or something, and that as with a weight on it, right? And it's going to come up here, and there's going to be an actuating cable here to turn something. So if it gets too strong, this weight by centrifugal force will pull out and pull on this cable and turn the wing, you know, to where it's not as aggressive anymore. That's my thinking. So I think that's, but I haven't figured out the details yet. Well, it's not me that's figuring it out. I've got the main gist of it from the UI, the Universal Intelligence, but I don't have the details yet. But they're coming, so I have faith. Alright guys, onward and upwards, and it's the weekend and my car's making fucked up noises, so I'm kind of depressed, but oh well. I forgot to paint this white. I'm going to tape it off and spray it. It's supposed to bend, but that's a pretty tight corner. So we're just going to do it a little bit at a time. I'm watching the video just for the hell of it, just to see what I've been filming, which a lot of times I don't even bother. I just throw the I just take everything and throw it in there. I'm not very much on production values. I just do the whole fucking thing, and if you guys get bored, you can always fast forward, right? Alright. Let me get some wider tape for this part. But I don't even know if this is going to come out. My camera doesn't do really good in low light. But I got the first one. Well, this is the first one. But it's still not, it still needs more grinding. But I thought I'd just do the second one. You know, I got a new template. So I'm going to do this very carefully, glue this on here. And I think it was just a little bit off the other one. This one is just a little bit off, but I'm going to make this one dead on. And then this one I'll glue together with this one temporarily with super glue or something. And then take them to the grinder, and I managed to get, you know, some flat edges here. So that's the next step. I'll do that. Okay. Okay, the first one I made was off a little bit because I put one of these straight edges up against this straight edge. But that's curved. And I didn't have it absolutely straight because, you know. So this time I've got it to where there's, you know, space. So I'm going to have to cut it there with a saw, cut all these big pieces off, and then grind it down to, you know, the edge. And I just thought I would cover this in super glue to kind of protect it while I'm grinding and cutting. I don't know if anybody's ever done this before. It's wet. I could have just sprayed it with clear lacquer, but I can't. I don't have any, I don't think. Ooh, I could put some accelerator on there. I've got some. So that's, I'm going to make this one. This one will be perfect, I hope. And then I will glue this one and the first one together, line them up as good as I can, and make the first one try to match this one as well as I can. I love these. Okay. Okay, we ran into a slight problem here. When I just tightened this one up. Before it was like one turn out, so it was a little bit wobbly. And when I measured this hole right here, I had it, up a little bit. So now that I tightened this down, this hole, this shaft, when I put the bolt in, it binds this shaft, okay? So this part here needs to be a little bit higher, okay? I don't know if you can see that. There's the hole. You see the hole? It needs to be higher. This hole needs to be higher. So in other words, this has to be higher. That means this has to be higher. So what I've decided to do is, when you use fittings, you're limited. Like a whole turn will raise and lower at a certain amount. And I guess I measured this when it was up a little bit. So now when I try to put the bolt in, it puts this thing into a bind. Anyway, bottom line is I need to raise this pipe up a little tiny bit. And the only way to do that is with the pipe stretcher. Okay. Now, I looked around Amazon and they do have a pipe stretcher. The guy says it's good for PVC, steel pipe. He's got really low ratings though, and I guess there's a lot of returns, but I got faith that it'll work. So I'll just stretch this pipe a little bit. Psych! No, what I gotta do is I gotta cut this pipe and put a little shim in here, and it happens that luckily 3/4 fits just perfect inside here. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that lizard. Do you see that? That's called iguana. But it's a different iguana. It's not the big iguana. Look at that sucker. I love those fuckers. They eat bugs. I hate roadrunners because roadrunners eat lizards and lizards eat my bugs, and I hate bugs. So roadrunners are not welcome here. Look at that fucker. He's cool. I guess he wanted to come over and help me engineer this thing. So that's the idea, is we're going to cut this and put this pipe on the inside and then weld it back together. The other thing is, also as a result of tightening this is now a little bit too low, okay? And so when the pipe gets longer, this is going to help get this up higher too. And the other thing is this is too long also, or this, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to have to shorten this one, or this one. I guess I'll shorten this one and cut it and do the same thing. Put a 3/4 inch pipe on the inside and re-weld it all. So that's what we have to do. So I'm going to get busy on that. And this is taking longer. Every time I think I'm done, there's something new happens. Alright, onward and upward, kids. Also, I forgot to paint this before I put it together, and it's too late to take it apart because this sucker's glued down. So what I'm doing is I taped it off, and now I'm just putting a bunch of coats of paint on it. White, blue, and red. You know what I've always wondered? Why are we so down on Russia? What has Russia ever done to us? But they're so down on Russia and Putin and all that shit. Putin had really, really good reasons. If you look it up and do the research, he had excellent reasons for invading Ukraine. It's like, If Russia put missiles in Mexico, would it be wrong for us to invade Mexico to get rid of those missiles or stop it? It's the same shit in Ukraine. Anyway, I don't know why we hate Putin. I don't hate Putin. I don't hate Russia. Russia's a cool country. Putin is a good guy, I think. That goes against everything that, the media is saying. But if you've done your reading, if you don't just believe all this bullshit that they tell us and do some actual research, you find that they're all lying to us. They keep lying to us about all this shit. They just want war. That's all they want. They just want perpetual war so the arms companies can get rich. It's disgusting. Okay, I'm almost done cutting this. Here's a spacer I cut, but you know what? It's going to have to be bigger than this because I'm losing the width of this saw blade. So I got to get that back, plus I need a little more. I don't think this one will do it. I think it needs to be a little wider. Okay, let me finish this, and then here's my 3/4 that fits perfectly inside 1 inch. I mean, it's like made for, Well, it needs a little bit of adjustment, but it'll fit perfect. That's how you get the burrs off. You just spin it. It gets the burrs off on the outside. The inside's a different story. Okay, so the goal is to make this fit inside there. And I'm falling off the inside here. I'm hoping there's a seam on pipes that runs all the way down the pipe. And I may have to file that off too. Threaded pipe, when you're building something with threaded pipe, I think you got to do this. You got to get it close, with the threads, and then, but every time you turn it one turn, it either raises or lowers it. But if you really need a fine adjustment, you kind of got to do this, because then you can really dial it in. You know what I mean? You can dial in what the true length is. See, it wants to go. Let me put that seam on the bottom. See, there's a seam right there. You see it right there where they weld the pipe together or whatever? And that has to go. But I'm going to concentrate on this. No more working on that steel, the armature thing. I want to get this thing dialed in. Probably should have done this before, but this is a prototype and you go through all sorts of trials and tribulations. See, it's almost there. I love this trick with the golf ball on a file. You get so much better control, And I guess I could file this ridge, just keep working on that. I could turn this down, but I don't want to. I want it to be a nice tight fit. So I guess I'm going to be filing on this ridge here. Now if it was a clean pipe, I could put it in the lathe and take it out, but there's too much crap on it now. I got some alignment marks here for the other piece, because I got to do the same thing to the other piece. Success! I got this sucker going in. Well, I did. Now that it's on film, it won't work. It was this end. I got it all the way halfway in. There. It was in further than that. Damn it. There we go. See that? Okay, that's about how far I went. Now here's the other thing I'm going to do. I'm going to drill some holes in this pipe. Big holes, like, you know, because I'm going to tack it, weld it in place so it doesn't slip down as I'm, you know, messing with it. So that's the next step. Just drill some big holes right here on each side, or even on one side, doesn't matter. And so that I can weld this inside of here and it'll be solid. Well, let's do that.
Everybody that tries DDAmanda absolutely loves her. These are all unsolicited, by the way. We didn't even ask people. I love you guys. Yeah, I love the program. So worth it. Probably made 500K. This guy's up 30K. Having everything I need to research on one page is definite time saver. Single day, 1525 profit. 15K on my first DD. Look at this guy. I don't know what to think about this one, man. This guy says he made 30 million. Read this shit. I don't know. He sounds kind of legit. I fucking love DDAmanda. Your program is the best tool I've ever used in the last 21 years. It just goes on and on. Okay, if you trade stocks, or if you're even thinking about trading stocks, this is for you guys. This is what you need. This is DDAmanda. It's the #1 stock screener and scanner that's out there. And it uses both user input and AI to find and research winning stocks. And this is, it says right here, easy enough to use by total beginners. There's really no learning curve at all. You can be finding stocks within about 5 minutes after you log in. And it also has a lot of advanced features that are used by professional traders. Our mission is to help you make money by investing in stocks. That's the bottom line. That's what you want from something like this, you know. Now, I use this all the time, and I've found some amazing runners. You've got here, look at this. They give you 1 hour of free one-on-one training and instant support. Having good support on a program is just so critical, you know. I mean, here's their phone number right here. You can just call and text. They've got some testimonials here. I want to show you these because they're pretty amazing. I mean, look at this. This is what people think of her. I love you guys. Yeah, I love the program. This guy made 500K. This guy's up 30K. Everything I need to research. I wasn't even in Amanda one week, and he made 10,000 bucks. So these testimonials, it just goes on and on here. So anyway, they've got if you want to try, look at all these features. Dollars traded, 7MA crossovers, all sorts of stuff. But they've got an $8 a day trial subscription, so you can check her out and see if you like her. And some other subscription levels here. Anyway, I highly recommend this, guys, and do check it out and make some money.